All right, have and have not fans. Now in this video, um, let's just unwind. This is going to be my thoughts on this, and I want to get your feedback as well. I really want to know if you think that season six, well, I think overall was a pretty good season, but I don't think it's fair for me to judge this season compared to the previous five because season six was only 9 episodes, while all the previous seasons, for the most part, were around what? 20 to 24 plus episodes, give or take. So it's very it's almost like comparing somebody's, like, I'm just going to throw out a band here. Let's just say the OJs. I'm old school, I'm only 27, but I'm old school. Let's say if you had like a OJ CD with the greatest hits, and then you compare that album to their first 5 albums, and obviously the greatest hits might seem the very best because it's like the best of the OJs, as opposed to the first 5 albums that have great hits on them, but they're also tracks that some might consider filler. So that's how I feel about comparing season six to the first 5. I think the pacing for the most part was decent. I think we got some interesting character interactions. Some characters, unfortunately, were kind of like swept under the rug, where they were either mentioned, like Derek, for example. He was at the very beginning of the season, and that was it. Other than that, he was over the phone knocking on the door and mentioned, and that was it. Sarah just disappeared. George didn't appear until the tail end when he arrived at the house before the cop shot Wyatt. Was Landon even in this season? I don't remember. I know he was at the White House, and then I don't think Landon was in this season at all. So basically, when it comes down to it, was season six the most emotional season? Was season six the most emotional season? I don't think that's true, in my opinion. Like, trust and believe, there were many shocking moments, like Veronica drowning, David attempting to kill Veronica, the Justin Jeffrey gunshot to the head, of course the finale where Wyatt's going through the house with the gun and everything. The beginning of the episode with David and Jeffrey, that left way more questions than answers, and frustration because Veronica didn't confirm they were dead. And what I'm doing here is that I want to make this video as raw as possible, because I didn't want to, like, quote unquote cheat by going through every episode synopsis and then kind of thinking about what each episode made me feel. But I really just wanted to go off my head in terms of the highlights of the season. I really did love the fact that we got the FBI being proactive, trying to get dirt on Candace and everything like that. But I think that, and I've said this multiple times, I feel like the Harringtons were the main focus of the season. Jeffrey, Veronica, and David. The other characters were given things to do, but for the most part, they kind of played the background. Like, once again, Benny's still trying to, figure out a way to get out of the mess with the Malones. And it's like the characters who were on screen the least did the most. Like, Mitch was being proactive. He was the one that handled the debts of Wyatt and Benny. Then you have Wyatt, who's just trying to get high and everything, and he really didn't do anything until the end. And I feel like this was one of the more shocking seasons, just because each episode, well, almost every episode had a decent cliffhanger. I think that they kind of, did a bit too much at the beginning. What was it? At the beginning of the first episode, at the ending of the first episode, that's when Justin had a gun to David's head. Then in the next episode, at the end, Justin had a gun to him and Jeffrey's head. And it's like, okay, how many times are we going to do this? Then fast forward a couple times later, you have Justin getting beat up and, assaulted in jail. Then we have oh my God, is Jeffrey the one under the sheet? And then it's, wait, David tried to drown Veronica? And then we get to okay, I will say this. What was the episode? She's going to be real mad. The ending where Veronica literally goes up to David's house with a group of thugs. That was a good clip. I will say this. This season had a great string of cliffhanger endings. I think it definitely had a lot of cliffhanger endings. I think that overall, emotional isn't what I would think is the best word to describe it. Kind of like, when I did feel for Candace when, Charles turned his back on her. But at the same time, I think that if we're talking strictly emotional, let's go back to the episode 15 minutes in season 5, which was the episode before the finale, Out of Time, where Candace made peace with Hannah in like a 15-minute segment, which is something we've all been waiting, give or take 6 years for that to happen. And then we had Derek's emotional response and then reveal the lion tattoo. So we had a lot of great moments that made you go, oh my God, I'm glad this finally happened. Like when Benny kicked Jim's ass. And yeah, so I think that this season wasn't the most emotional, but I definitely say that it was one of the better seasons with the most highlights. It was I like how Tyler Perry, I hate that we only got 9 episodes, but I like that Tyler Perry, for the most part, he made the most of those 9 episodes. Each one really had you coming back the next week. I don't remember the scores off the top of my head, but I think for the first time, didn't I give an episode a 10? Wasn't that like she's gonna be real mad? No. What was the name of the episode? Crap. A New Leaf. Yeah, that was the episode where I gave it a 10 out of 10. Then I gave out a 9, some 8s. I think the lowest score off the top of my head wasn't like a 7.5 or an 8. I think overall it was a strong season, but emotional, nah, I don't think it was the most emotional. But then we got the next season, the deadliest season, but what does that actually mean? Are we going to see deaths? Will there be characters who are literally killed off, no hallucinations or anything like that? We'll just have to wait and see. But with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think season 6 was the most emotional season? I think if they would have plugged in like the episode 15 minutes and Out of Time to the beginning of season 6, then I think it definitely would have been a contender. But overall, nah. But remember, just because I don't think it was the most emotional doesn't mean that I don't think it was great. I think it was one of the more shocking seasons, the most suspenseful seasons, but not the most emotional. So you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.